They use silence to control you. Now your silence is exposing them. It did not feel like control at first. It felt like distance you were supposed to respect. When they went quiet, you gave them space because you believed that was the right thing to do. You thought silence meant they needed time, not that they were using it to shape how you responded. You started noticing a pattern, even if you could not explain it clearly. Each time something needed to be addressed, they became quiet. Each time you tried to explain, each time you tried to express how you felt, they responded. The response was silence instead of clarity. That silence did not calm anything. It made everything heavier. You found yourself filling in the gap. You tried to understand what they were thinking without them saying anything. You replayed situations in your mind, searching for answers that were never given. The silence made you question yourself instead of questioning them. That is how it worked. Their silence kept you thinking and adjusting. You waited for them to speak. You waited for them to explain. You waited for things to feel normal again. And while you were waiting, they stayed in control without saying a word. Over time, the silence became louder than any explanation. It showed up every time things needed to be addressed. You began to see that it was not about needing space. It was about avoiding responsibility and keeping things unclear. That realization changed something in you. You stopped trying to fill the silence. You stopped asking questions that led nowhere. You stopped explaining yourself again and again. Instead, you allowed the silence to remain without reacting to it. That shift was quiet, but it was real. You were no longer responding from confusion. You were responding from awareness. You were no longer trying to break the silence. You were letting it reveal what it always meant. They noticed that change. They were used to your efforts and your reactions. They were used to you trying to fix things when that stopped. The silence did not work the same way anymore. It no longer controlled how you responded. Now your silence feels different to them. It is not something it is not something they can manage or predict. It does not come from questions anymore. It does not come from confusion anymore. It comes from clarity, and that changes the entire dynamic. The same silence they used before is now exposing their pattern. It shows what they avoided without needing words. It makes their behavior visible in a way they cannot control. They may try to break that silence now. They may try to come back with small words, short messages, or sudden attention. But it does not feel the same to you anymore. You are not waiting the way you used to. You are not trying to understand something that already showed you what it was. They used silence to control you. Now your silence is everything. Your silence is showing everything clearly.